Hello, good evening, and welcome to Who Day Weekly with your host Tim Lyons from Running Through the Jungle. This is week 18. This is it for me. There's no Cincinnati Bengals football game on Saturday or Sunday. This is it. So I'm going to provide a quick recap from week 18 for the Cincinnati Bengals game. Then I'm going to put in some other news in there. From week 18 versus the Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals narrowly defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 19-17 in Week 18 of the NFL season. This win, it kept our playoff hopes alive, but, of course, as we know, the Dolphins ended up losing, but the Denver Broncos got to walk through, and the Kansas City Chiefs just laid down their helmets and gave the Broncos and let them secure that final spot. But hey, it is what it is. We unfortunately made our bed and we had to lie in it. So the football season's over with. But then, here comes the off season, and I'm sure a lot of you will have your 5,000 mock drafts. So, but anyways, back to week 18 versus the Steelers. Joe Burrow completed 37 of 46 passes for 277 yards and a touchdown and an interception. Jamar Chase had a standout performance with 10 receptions for 96 yards and a touchdown. Trey Hendrickson led the defense and outdid TJ Watt with 3.5 sacks, bringing his season total to 17.5 sacks in the year. The Bengals struggled in the red zone, scoring only once on 4 trips. The Steelers mounted a late rally, but a turnover on downs with less than a minute left sealed the Bengals' victory. Now, this is going to be a quick show. So anyways, come and check us out on Wednesday on Running Through the Jungle as we cover the playoffs and any other Bengals news that we have or we find out throughout the week. You can catch us on YouTube and, of course, on all your favorite podcast platforms weekly. And I still screwed that up after doing this for, 18 weeks now? 18 weeks? But I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, welcome back to Who Day Weekly. Again, I'm your host, Tim Lyons from Running Through the Jungle. So I'm going to get into some defensive coordinator stuff. So as you guys all know, Lou was fired yesterday, and there's some possible candidates. Patrick Graham from the Las Vegas Raiders. He's currently the defensive coordinator for the Raiders. Graham has a strong background and has been mentioned for other head coaching jobs. And then DeMarcus Covington, the defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots. Covington has been with the Patriots since 2017 and has steadily risen through the ranks. Some other rumored head coach, or not head coaches, but defensive coordinators, they haven't been scheduled to be seen or visited yet. So, but these are just some rumors. Dennis Allen, he was recently fired as head coach from the New Orleans Saints. Allen has a proven track record as defense coordinator and a connection to Trey Hendrickson. Justin Lacey's favorite, Robert Saleh, I think that's what his name is, former head coach of the New York Jets, the Jets, Jets, Jets. Saleh defenses in San Francisco were highly regarded before he took the Jets job. And then one of my favorites, Al Golden, is currently the defensive coordinator for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Golden also has a history with the Bengals players and has been pretty successful in his role. It's been an exciting time for the Bengals fans as we look to bolster our defense. I know one of our biggest things that we need to really boost up is our defense. We've had an awful year with defense. It's something needs to change, and I think Zach Taylor finally had made the decision to actually fire Lou. Unfortunately for Lou, and like I said last night on our Roaring Reactions, I don't wish any ill will on anybody, but if you're hired to do a job, even though you're my friend or family, whatever, and you can't do it, then you got to go. And I'm sure it was pretty hard for Zach to fire Lou, and I know Lou had a good relationships with the players, But unfortunately, what happened on the field, it didn't help us out at all. We lost 8 games. We missed the playoffs. And then Joe Burrow, like we said before, threw for almost 5,000 yards, led the league in passing and touchdowns. Jamar Chase led the league in receiving touchdowns, receiving yards, and receptions, and we're still 9-8 and missed the playoffs. Then we got, Trey Hendrickson, our only defender on the field that can do anything, 17.5 sacks, led the league in sacks, and we still lost, 8 games. So, it was time for change for the Cincinnati Bengals, which is, a change is not, is not bad. I think if we get a good defensive coordinator in there and actually utilize the players that we've drafted over the years and, signing and everything and during the offseason, I think we can have a successful, coming years. I mean, that's the defensive coordinator news. Like I said, it was going to be short. But I also wanted to say we have college football. Notre Dame versus Penn State on Thursday. Go Irish. It's going to be a hell of a game. Notre Dame after that loss versus Northern Illinois, they have stepped up and they've punched people in the mouth for the last 12 games. So, I think they're going to prove that Marcus Freeman is, he's a hell of a coach. I love Marcus Freeman. He's turned around the Notre Dame system. We have a traditional winning Notre Dame team now. Of course, we're going against Penn State Big Ten team. They have Abdul Carter. Love that kid. He's a hell of an edge rusher. I know he was dealing with a shoulder injury. The last news I've seen, they said that he was doubtful to play, but he said that nothing was going to stop him. And then, of course, on Friday night, you have OSU versus Texas, the Buckeyes versus Texas. I know our boy Big G and Chase Younts, they're all Ohio State fans and all that, and they're looking for a win versus Texas. And Ohio State, their defense is pretty damn good. Their offense with Jeremiah Smith and Will Howard. They got that big safety over there also. I'm blanking on his name. But I think it's going to be a good game. I'm hoping to see Notre Dame versus Ohio State for the national championship. And Notre Dame gets their revenge from the last year. We got beat in the final, in the finals. So, but that is it for Who Dey Weekly. This is my season finale. I hope you guys enjoyed my content. I know I would cover fantasy football kind of stats and everything. I know that was probably kind of boring, but it was fun for me. It was fun to see these rookies coming up. I know I was talking about Brock Bowers every week. It seemed like Brock Bowers, and he had a hell of a season for being a rookie tight end. I believe he led the league in receiving yards or receptions for a rookie. And he was a tight end for the Las Vegas Raiders, at that. And then, of course, talking about Boswell every week, leading scorer for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know I always make that joke. And of course, seeing Saquon putting up crazy numbers all year long, ran for 2,000, almost, over 2,000 yards, was only 100 yards shy of breaking, the rushing record, but he didn't play last Sunday against, oh my gosh, I forget who they played against. But anyways, he didn't play. It's nice to see that. And then also, to say Jamar Chase's name pretty much, all the time too, and seeing him be a Triple Crown leader. I know he's like the 7th person or the 7th player in the Super Bowl era to win the Triple Crown. So that was great. Trey Hendrickson getting all his sacks. And I know our defense has not been great. I think I called the Bengals defense 1 week during fantasy football points, but it was fun. If you guys ever have any suggestions or anything for me for these little Who Dey Weekly shows, I'd love to cover the Cincinnati Bengals, of course, but also, other parts of the NFL as well. But anyways, like I said, it's a short episode, my final episode. Thank you guys again. Come check us out on Running Through the Jungle on Wednesdays as we cover the playoffs and give you guys our opinions on the games to come and who we think is going to win or lose. Maybe we'll have some hot takes and pick some crazy people to win. I don't know. Who knows what we have in store. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. You guys have a great rest of your week and your great weekend. And good luck to your football teams that are playing in the playoffs. And this is it for me. Hoo day. I'll catch you guys next season. Take care.